what you've been looking for. Trust me, I don't wanna feel no more.
So I'm starting off with the Colourpop Brow Gel and a Morphe E29, and I'm just using that to fill in my brows. I wanted a little bit more of a dramatic brow today to go with the dramatic eyes, which is why I used a brow gel as opposed to an eyeshadow or a brow pencil. I'm going with the Hard Candy Hydrating Primer Mist, and I'm just using that to hydrate my face a little bit. And then I'm going in with the NYX Pore Filler Primer, and I'm just putting that into the spots where my pores are a little bit bigger. Now I'm using this NYX concealer, and I'm first using it to just clean underneath my brows, and then I'm also using it all over my eyelid just to prime my lids for my eyeshadow. If you're on a budget, then a concealer always works really well to prime your lids. Now I'm using the WetnWild eyeshadow in Creme Brulee, and I'm just using that to set my concealer in place and make sure that it doesn't crease. Now I'm going with the JUVIA'S Masquerade palette and this purple shade, which is kind of like a pinky purple, and I'm just putting that into my crease. And then I'm taking this red shade on a Swerve 231, and I'm just packing that onto my outer V and deepening it up. I'll also take that brush really lightly and just blend out the edges and kind of bring it into the crease a little bit. I'm going back in with my fluffy brush and blending, and then I'm taking a mixture of the red and brown shadows, and I'm just further deepening the crease. And then again, I'm going back in with my fluffy brush and just making sure that everything is blended out. And I also like to pull my lid taut, and that helps with the blending. Now I'm using the e.l.f. Cream Shadow, and I just thought that this would be a good base, and it would help me kind of map out where I wanted my lid shade to be and to just make it very precise and clean, and it definitely did that for me. And then I'm going back in with the crease brush and no additional product, and I'm just blending a little bit over that cream shadow. And now I'm going in with this beautiful shade. I believe it's called Giza from the Masquerade palette, and I'm taking the crease brush and blending in between the edges and making sure again that it is diffused and just very blended. And then for a pop of something special, I went ahead and used the NYX glitter liner, and I just popped that all over the shade Giza. And then I did my liner, my lashes, and my falsies off camera just to save time, but I just did a really dramatic wing. And now I'm going in with my face, and I decided to do a little bit of color correcting because I bought this color corrector forever ago. I barely ever use it, and I've got like lots of redness right now, so I just decided to do a little color correcting. So I went in with the green, and then I blended it out. And then I went in with this peachy shade, and I went underneath my eyes, and I just tapped that in because the warmth of your finger really helps make it more creamy. And then I'm going in with a little bit of translucent powder to set that so that it doesn't blend into my foundation, and it just actually corrects the way I want it to. Now I'm going with the L'Oreal Lumi Cushion Foundation. I'm not a huge fan of this. I've used it a couple times, and it's just a mediocre foundation to me. I don't know, it's nothing special whatsoever. Yeah, I would definitely recommend just like the regular L'Oreal True Match Lumi over this one. It's way less expensive, and it has a lot better coverage. And now I'm using the NYX concealer again just to conceal and brighten up, and there's a little bit of green peeking through the foundation, so I wanted to cover that as well. This is a really great concealer from the drugstore. It has really good coverage. It's a really good shade if you're super fair like me. I forgot to mention before, but I'm using the Ulta sponge. And then I'm going in with the RCMA No Color Powder to set that concealer, and I am baking underneath my eyes just a little bit, and I'm using the Real Techniques setting brush. You guys should leave down below what your favorite setting brush is for under eye powder. And then I'm just going in with a powder brush to kind of wipe off the bake, but I also use the excess to set the rest of my foundation. And then I'm going in with this bronzer, and I'm using it on a BH Cosmetics V2, I believe, and I'm just bronzing up my cheek bones and my temples. And then to contour, I'm using this blush from NYX, which is not a blush, and I'm just putting that into like the very back of my cheek contour just for something light and subtle, but still for it to be there. Now I'm taking this really pretty pink blush, and I'm just using that on a Morphe E4 as my blush today. I really like to match my blush to like my crease shade. And then I'm going in with Giza again and an e.l.f. Small stippling brush, and I'm just using that to highlight. I just wanted to try a stippling brush because Makeup Geek Marlena always uses one, but honestly it was not giving me the glow that I wanted. I definitely suggest this for someone who likes a more subtle highlight. And then I'm using that purpley pink shade on a, I believe this is a 230 from Zoeva. It's just a regular pencil brush. And then I'm taking the red shade on a eyeliner brush, and I'm just putting that super close to my lower lash line, like as close as I can possibly get it. And I really liked the way these two colors looked blended together. I'm using the Colourpop gel liner in Swerve, and I'm just using that to darken my waterline as well as my tight line, because I feel like when I wear lashes I have to put black in my tight line. And now I'm using Giza again, and I think this is a Sigma E30, and I'm just highlighting my inner corner as well as underneath my brow bone. And then I'm going in with my fluffy brush just to blend out underneath the highlight and also to blend the eyeshadow underneath my eyes. And then I'm going in with the same mascara that I used on my upper lashes on my bottom ones. And I'm finishing off the look with the L'Oreal lipstick in JLO'S Nude. So I hope you guys enjoyed this look. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!